Hey, welcome to 1980s Neon Electric. I have a really exciting episode for you today. These are the items I found at a shop, a hoarder shop. My friend invited me one day because he knows a man from the shop to come down and have a look at the shop with him. And he's got actually 3 shops full of stuff. Now he inherited that shop from his uncle, and the uncle left him that shop, and he was actually an avid hoarder, so he used to go to the auction every week, buy boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff and just pile it up in the shops. So he'd done that for about 15 years, 20 years, and eventually passed away. So I went to the shop on day one with my friend, and we looked in there for about 1.5 hours, and I just grabbed some things. So I'm going to show you them today. So you won't believe it, there's one item on this table that sold for $211 on this table. So if you can guess what it is, let me know. Before I tell you what it is, it'd be great. So first we're starting off with these My Little Ponies, but they're actually not My Little Ponies, they're actually copies. So I'm not sure, they're not the genuine My Little Ponies. So I'll probably just get rid of these ones. The next item we're coming to is a bag. And the bag is from the 1980s. It's got Samoa on there, so that must be the country where it comes from. And the kids' shoes, which are, I reckon, late 80s, early 90s. They're high tops. The next item we're coming to is a Pac-Man bag. Well, this is a bag that my friend found me, and he actually went through the boxes, and he gave me this bag because he knows that I really like the early 80s. On the top there, it's from 1982. Midway. That's from actually 1982, and it used to be like a kid's bag or something. And that's just like a 1970s metal object. It's not really a lot of value on it, but it's a 1970s object. What they had a lot of those metal things. The next item we're coming to is glow mesh 1970s bags and purses. I will probably just end up selling them because I've got really no interest in them at all. And these are like little Tupperware toys. They're not really worth a lot, so they probably will end up in a garage sale or something. The umbrella is a 1990s vintage umbrella. Not a lot of value, but still good to see one like intact. Next we're coming to the Reebok shoes. Now I did try to clean them up a lot. They were pretty dirty. I did put them in the washing machine. Some things started to break on them, so I have to be really careful how I restore them. The next one is a Hobbytex bag. Hobbytex was around in the 1970s, and you used to do like drawings by numbers. So it was like a paint, and it was very popular in the 1970s, Hobbytex, and the 80s. The next we come to some baseball caps. I don't know really a lot about baseball caps, but this one does look like an old one, the top one. So the top one's a baseball cap, Redskins, Washington, NFL team. The next one is a beer one. And the next one is an Eagle alcohol one. So I'm not really into caps, but I'm just learning about them. So next we come to a West End 1980s shop clock. So this would have been in the shop, maybe in a pub or brewery. This was obviously a promotional item, what the company paid for to promote their product. So this would be around the 1980s by the colour and the graphics on it. Now the kids' shoes don't have a lot of value, but because I like the shoes and it's actually got a date on there, but I'm not sure, I can't read the date properly. I grab these type of things because how would they have survived from that long back? So it's amazing how they survived, like, and they're still good condition. And next we come to a 1980s hat, what you wore for tennis or whatever out in the sun, the graphics. And then we come to like a little bag, 80s bag. And then we're coming now to a hairdryer, which is, I would say, early 90s, a Calypso. Then we come to a little red radio, AMF Sports. That would probably be the 80s, early 90s. There's not a lot of value in it, but the colour's nice. And the Christmas lights, well, these are from the 1950s and 60s. And there's 2 sets there, but they do not work. I did test them. ET wallet from 1982. So that's a classic ET wallet, what kids used to buy, put all their money in. Now this is a candle from Target, but it's a bit, I broke it on the way home. But if you see in the back, it's got the old tag on the candle, but it's got a big chip out the end. I did break that on the way home. And just a little UFO kids toy. We come to 2 bicycle helmets. One of them could have been a skateboard helmet. I'm thinking maybe this is the skateboard helmet. It looks sort of like it needs a lot of cleaning. This one's in a lot better condition. So I think this one will be early 90s. And the inflatable cards. Now these are pretty good. Look at the old price tags on there. 80 cents each back then. And they had no barcodes. That was how they used to price things in the olden days. So, and it's also, the cards are actually made in London. So these are inflatable cards, what you gave for your birthdays, or, you know, so you don't see them type of things anymore. It's a blow up made by Russ. So these are the type of things you don't see anymore because the packaging is normally destroyed and etc. So the next one item we're coming to is Minties cards, and that's actually the whole set there. Minties are still around now, but these are very old cards, probably from the 70s, 80s, and there's a whole set of those cards. 2 cigarette lighters from the 80s and early 90s. So in the shop there was this plastic shopping bag, and there was these little figures in the bag. So I didn't really know what they were. I've never seen them before. And I thought, oh, I don't know if I should just grab them. So what I thought, I had just an instinct in my mind that these were something unusual, but I didn't know what they were. So what I did is actually just chucked them in the bag. When I was in the shop, I just made a big box lot, and I got all this table I paid $80 for. So the whole table cost me $80. But these little toys and these inflatable cards were in one bag with the little toys. Now the toys, I was nearly going to leave behind, these cereal toys. But something made me grab the bag, take it with, and I'll do some research on them. And now you'll be quite shocked on what some of the prices of these items, what they went for. That's one lot there, the vintage totem cereal toys. Little totem poles from the cereal packets. That's another lot I made up on eBay. That's lot 2. That is also another lot of birds from cereal packets, and that's lot 3. And the finale, lot 4, is this little crater critter. This is the item that actually sold for $211.50. Now, I was quite shocked that this one item can sell for so much. But one guy was telling me that sometimes it's a crown, because it's got the crown on the top and they do break off. The crown is what can be worth the money, because over the years they break. The little prong crown. So because it's got the crown on there, one guy said to me, well, he just wanted it for the crown because he's got another one. So it might be the toy that they want, but also the crown is where the money is, because it's not broken. So thanks for watching the video today, and I really hope you enjoyed it. So this whole table was $80, and this was day one from the shop. So we're going to have a part 2 coming up where I bought other items, and you'll see that in the next video. So it was great having you here today, and thanks for joining. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so. It would help the channel. Thank you.